Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hi. Welcome back to another Monday. I'm Adara, a YA paranormal romance and sci-fi author, and I'm hoping to get some work done today. Last week I was working on the audiobook for Drawing Red. The week before that, I was working on my new adult romance, paranormal romance, and comedy. This week, I'm hoping to work on revisions for Drawing Red sequel. So we've really got a full kind of round going on here. Yes, I am looking slightly different. I think this is kind of the culmination of just about everything I've been trying to work up to in terms of styles. Most VTubers, they'll say it'll look like they debut out of nowhere with an absolutely fantastic model. They take off like nothing else. They're meant to be debut, brand new. And a lot of them, well, they've had lives being other VTuber personas, so they know what they're doing. Otherwise, I do highly recommend customizable VTuber models. I have used a lot of them. I started as a humble PNG tuber, turned into a gift tuber, worked my way up. There's now a video about that on my channel, about how we got to this point. So, yeah, I am absolutely loving this model. I don't know what else to say. It has all the quirks I've really kind of... I'm going to put it in writing terms. When you want something, but you need something else. I wanted feather ears that go up, like my original PNG tuber model. And instead, what I got was cheesy awesome, and I am here for it. Oh, hi. Hi, Brett. Having it up and I might squeeze some brainstorming. Yeah, glad to have you here. Do whatever you need to do. It is completely work time. It doesn't have to be writing related. I'm kind of in two minds. I was thinking about doing some work on Drawing Red sequel for revisions. I can't really work on the audiobook because I've got some, well, stuff to record and I use OBS to record that. So that might be a bit odd. I can't really record, yeah, so that's a thing. Otherwise, the other thing I have to do is to cut up some YouTube videos and make them into shorts, which is the bane of my existence. But we are not going to think about that. No, no, no. I am going to go back to revisions for Drawing Red sequel, I think. With that being said, let's hop over to a screen with a timer. There we go. I am going to be doing a lot of reading today. I have this printed off, and in front of me, although you can't see it, I have a spreadsheet. I'm just going down, and as I find something like a plot hole or something that needs to be elaborated on, or a name that's changed I need to come back to, I'm writing it down, making a note, and carrying on my read through. Originally, I was putting everything on hold. But with these live streams, I was originally just going to always plow through with the audiobook. That's not realistic anymore. One moment. I have a very persistent caller on my hands. Do excuse me, I'm going to have to go on mute. Sorry about that. I had someone phone me, and they phoned me twice, so I figured it was important. Lo and behold, they rang to say, "Hi, I didn't know if your stream had started or not." If that's the case, maybe drop me a text message? It's like, why? Okay, but we're here. I am so pleased to hear that you are rereading Drawing Red. Yeah, to see what you missed. If there's any points you need elaboration on or feedback, do let me know. Always happy to chat about Drawing Red at any time. It literally lived in my brain for about 5 years, so yeah, I'm glad that it's out into the world and that other people are reading it. Okay, with that being said, I think I am about to start the first writing sprint. I have got my cross key. I call it in my head because it's a trilogy. I'm calling it the Cross Key Chronicles in my head. I don't know if I'm going to make that official canon or not, but it's something I've got. So, printed off, spiral bound, Cross Key Chronicles Book 2, because I still don't have a title for the sequel. Okay, let's start our first sprint. And I'll see you on the other side. We'll see how many issues I nitpick this time. I'm averaging between about 13 per chapter. There's gonna be a lot for this second book. In 3, 2, 1, and sprint. And that's time. Okay. So far in that first sprint, what a time. I have found 4 different things I would like to slightly alter or improve. Not counting the very first part, my very first piece of feedback to myself is, rewrite this but better. I think I can be quite, I think I was floundering at that point. I think I've come across this a lot with this particular book. I picked it up, I put it down, I picked it up, I put it down, and it took 2 years to write the first draft. And so, yeah, my writing muscles weren't warmed up. You can tell I'm writing fluff to start chapters, and I'm just like, yeah, now I'm going through revisions. I'm like, these 2 paragraphs could be shortened to 1 sentence. And then we get to the point of the chapter. But that is the magic of revisions. That is what this is for. At the moment, though, I'm going through what we were talking about earlier, which is layers. So seeing what layers are there, what's missing, how do I join things up, how can I reference things back. Good writing is rewriting. Sounds like a teacher making students work. Yes. Rewrite this book better. Yes. Yes, indeed. It is sound logic. The best writing is rewriting. So rewrite, but make it better. Yeah. So, and I'm also finding new things topics that I can bring into this as I'm going. There's a lot I can be bringing into this to improve it, but that's why I like revisions. It's a lot of work, but I think revisions transform a story into a book. In my opinion, anyway. I think they're magic that way. Also, in the middle of that, apparently we're having problems with one of the cat litter trays, so I'm going to have to look at that after. Yeah. Life has not stopped. It hasn't. I've lifted 7 boxes into a loft. My goodness. Yeah, so you definitely need that hydration. Keep on top of that. It is important. Yeah, life hasn't stopped. I'm amazed I've kept up with these Monday live writing sprints. I'm really pleased that I am, though. I recorded a little video for the Adara Unwinds channel, but I haven't live streamed on Adara Unwinds for 2 weeks because both times life got in the way. Spent many hours talking to medical people, hospital trips, various things, phone calls. It just seems to have taken over. But here we are, and I'm really pleased to be back. And I'm kind of starting to feel like these Monday writings are a bit of a lifeline. It gives me a little bit of a time just for me to work on my work, which is important. And especially when you have low energy, your choice of what you work on is really important. To know that you're spending energy on something you choose kind of gives you a little bit more energy. Best way to brainstorm. I do something completely different. Bingo. Yeah. I can be doing that and all of a sudden something will just hit me out of the blue. It's good. Yeah. Sometimes you need a break. You've got to refresh your creative well. Even if that includes, in your case, lifting boxes. Oh, that's a fun one. That's a fun one. I am currently drinking LMNT hydration powder drinks. Completely caffeine-free, sugar-free. In terms of my pots, it has to be high salt, so the flavour is literally called raspberry salt. I'm meant to have it in a 500ml bottle of water. I'm not that brave. I've mixed it in with 1 litre of water instead. Yes, you do sometimes need spoons to create, but I think sometimes creation can take less spoons if it's something you've chosen to do. Oh, ping. I'll see you on the other side of the second sprint. And that's time. How did everybody get on? Hello to Rachel in chat. Nice to have you here. Well, I have... Let's have a look at the spreadsheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things potentially to change in this chapter. Although a bunch of those could be gotten rid of if I scrap the first scene and just disperse the information in other places. I've done that before, and I think it could be needed now. I'm thinking, is it in the overarching scheme? I think I might get a better flow of this if I can just read it from start to finish, instead of picking it up, putting it down, picking it up, putting it down. I really shouldn't be juggling 3 projects. The only reason I'm working on this today is because I use OBS to record for the audiobook. Otherwise, I'd be using that. And I'd be doing that on stream like I did last time. You can just see me kind of sitting, editing things. I was hoping to put these 2 projects on hold to get the audiobook just out the way. So, yeah. I'm really hoping that if I can get that audiobook finished, then I'm back to just 2 projects. 1 drafting, 1 revisions. And that should be so much faster than my process. In terms of speed, I do describe what I'm currently doing as glacial. If that's not a verb, it is now. My speed is glacial. Monday is an interesting day to take off, because I know there's a lot of kind of, I don't know if it's just like bias from, or pressure socially to be doing something to move on a Monday. So I can appreciate why you would want to get something done and just jump in there. was a very good vibe around. I'm glad. Yeah. Good friends. Yeah. Normally I'm lurking. I lurk in other people's streams more often than I should. I need to get the courage to say hi more often. Normally I'm there, and if there's like a mysterious like just that doesn't match like with the people in the comments section, that very well may be me. Yeah. I don't know any other word for it. I'm hoping I get this audiobook finished, and yeah, these two projects should at least melt and speed up a little bit faster. That's the hope. Time to rehydrate. Please keep on top of that. Yeah, I appreciate lurkers. I do. Lurkers are kind of the not talked about lifeblood of most YouTube channels. I'm glad that when people do feel confident to say that they're there, what they're working on, but I also do appreciate people who don't have energy, they just want to do their own thing, they're there just for, you know, timers, lo-fi, whatever they want to do. That's perfectly valid, and that's what's on offer. If I can help people with that, then I'm happy that these, you know, are out there to be put to good use. Big stretch to the side. There we go. Why are the two hardest words in the English naturally also the smallest? Hi and no. Interestingly, they are both also full sentences. I agree. Yeah, I was saying that at the beginning of this stream, I had 2 phone calls from the same person, so I assumed it was urgent. They answered with, I didn't know if you'd started your stream or not. I'm just like, so why didn't you text if you knew there was a chance? Right, 3, 2, 1, sprint! See you on the other side. This is the last one. And that's time. How did everybody get on? Well, I said at the beginning of this that I'm kind of averaging about 13 things I'm picking up per chapter. So it's time to count. Just managed to finish about 2 minutes before the alarm went off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, bang on track. It seems to be the pace I'm going. But I think I've managed to find a way to tie this in together. I think it might need a bit more thought. I like layers and kind of little hidden connections. I'm wondering if one of the characters could be a distant relation of another one. I don't know if I'm going too far down a rabbit hole here or what, but it's to justify someone getting a job over, like, other people who traditionally wouldn't be given it. Which I love writing that. People who clearly shouldn't be in certain jobs, but they have them. That's, yeah, a conflict all in its own. Rachel says, I got through 2 scenes in this chapter. There are 2 main scenes, a huge magical fight scene, and a medical/healing scene. That's nice. That's good to work on. So you've gone from one level of action to another. I'm wondering if the healing is calm, is it frantic? Foggy Author saying more boxes in the loft and I have some ideas for future projects. So your physical brainstorming has worked. I'm so pleased to hear that. So pleased to hear that. Cool. Da-da-dum. Right. That's it for this Monday live stream. Thank you for coming. I hope that you both get everything done that you want to do today. I have some videos I now need to make into shorts, which I'm not looking forward to. But must be done. And then tomorrow, I'm straight back in with my audiobook work again. Thank you for being here. Thank you to lurkers. Thank you to people who commented in chat. And I will see you again next Monday, unless you have any interest in gaming, at which point I'll see you over on Friday, Saturday, over at Adara Unwinds. See you again. Bye.